All right, so now it is time, Mark, for one of the most popular parts of the show. It is time for Wax Packs Heroes. I have got, as usual, in hand my Beckett Baseball Card Monthly from May 1992.
There you go.
And I actually got a whole bunch of new cards this week, but I've still got to finish up the last lot that I bought, and I'm going to do that with a couple of packs of Donruss from 1990. They are identical packs, so we're not identical years, so we're not giving an advantage to anybody. I've got one in my left hand, one in my right hand. I'm going to shuffle them up here. I am going to once again let you choose which one you want left or right.
Okay, question for you. 90 Donruss, is that like the red border?
I believe so. We'll know here in a second.
Never liked those. Anyway, sorry. Right-handed pack.
Right. All right. So that's the one you choose. I am going to, first of all, open my Beckett here, and you are correct. It is the red cards with the kind of black paint speckles.
Yeah.
If it is the first time you are joining us, we open old packs here, and we are going to price them based on the 1992 Becketts here that we've got. Commons are worth nothing. We are only looking for cards that are worth something. Mark, I was also thinking about instituting a new rule this starting today. One, if your player has a mustache, it's automatically worth 1 cent. And two, if they are a Hall of Famer now, they are worth an additional 5 cents.
Oh, okay. I like both those rules. I'm going to vote yes on both.
All right. So we're changing it up here. I'm having a hard time opening this because the glue on the back is sticking to this last card, which I can see who it is, so you're not in danger of losing much value. But all right, we've got a puzzle card here for Carl Yastrzemski.
Yes, I never put that whole puzzle together. You know.
Well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it here with all of these that we're getting.
Great.
All right, so you're starting off strong. You're starting off with an MVP card from the San Francisco Giants, also a Mariner at one point, Kevin Mitchell.
Oh, yes, Kevin Mitchell, the great power hitter that really didn't play a lot of great defense.
Oh, except for that one time with his bare hands in Cincinnati.
Where he misjudged where the ball was going and stuck his throwing hand up and caught it. Yes, that was a great play.
And I also not a wonderful person, had some trouble off the field, but we'll just leave it at that. So this is a rookie card, or not a rookie card, but it's a special MVP card that is worth 2 cents.
Yes.
He does have a mustache,
bonus.
So you do get 3 cents for that.
I hope you're writing this down because I can't keep track of mathematics in my head.
Next, we've got pitcher for the Pirates, a lefty, John Smiley.
Nice. Yeah, John Smiley.
He is not smiling on his card, though.
Yeah.
That's
lefty starter, Pittsburgh Pirates. Is that right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah, I think he was pretty much a common.
He was a good pitcher, I think. He threw for a while.
Just looking at it, yep, that's a common and no mustache.
No mustache.
So no points. Here we've got somebody that we've talked about and another MVP card.
Wow.
Japanese legend Mike Greenwell of the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, I used to collect Greenwell. So did my brother. We used to fight over Greenwell cards. No, I he can have all mine now.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I liked Mike Greenwell. He does have a mustache, and it is worth 2 cents, so that's 3 cents total.
Sweet.
We've talked about his time in Japan, and he left early because I guess the Lord told him to.
Okay.
But that's strange. Here's somebody I talked about last night when we were watching my wife and I were watching Game 6 of the ALCS, Tony Pena.
Oh, sure. Tony Jalapeno. One of my favorite catchers of all time.
Yeah, and we were discussing him because my wife, who never fails to impress me with her 80s and 90s baseball knowledge, which is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Is that who was it? It was Martin Maldonado for the Astros last night. Was down looking like Tony Pena.
Was he?
Several
in
times.
That weird spot?
He had the leg. Yeah, he had the leg splayed out, and he was on his butt.
Nice.
And I said, that looks like Tony Pena. And she looked up and she goes, oh, yeah, I remember him. That's right. He used to sit like that.
Nice.
And remember, Tony Pena managed the Yankees for a little
Yeah,
while.
he did. He certainly did.
So that is not worth anything, but he is wearing a mustache. Not really wearing it. He's grown a mustache.
Well, yeah,
so
it's just a term.
there's a cent for you. Now this, oh my goodness, this is a great card. Paul Gibson, left-hander,
Yes.
Detroit Tigers, no mustache, but he has got glasses, like prescription glasses, that cover about half of his face, and he has got a hat that is got to be 6 inches tall. I don't know if this is a spring training hat or what,
Nice.
but the D on his hat looks very small compared to the size of his hat. I'm going to guess that's a common. 657. Wow, there are a lot of cards here that have a lot of errors, but that is not one of them.
Okay.
Next, we've got Tim Burtstus.
Oh, Tim Burtsis.
Yeah, lefty for the Reds. I'm not familiar with Tim Burtstus.
Burtsis, he was in the A's organization for a while, I believe.
Oh, yeah, look at that. He came up with the A's in 85. In 1986, he appeared in 2 games with a 22.5 ERA.
Oh, that's not good.
Before spending the next year in the minors and then appearing with the Reds in 1988.
There you go.
But that is a comment, and he is not sporting a mustache.
Oh, bummer.
Speaking of Oakland Athletics with mustaches, here's an all-star card. My favorite pitcher of all time.
Dave Stewart?
Dave Stewart.
Yeah, I guessed
34.
it. Nice. Yeah, Dave of the menacing stare. Love him.
Now, this is crazy because this is an all-star card. Not worth anything. It is a common card. But he does have a mustache because he's Stu, so you get 1 cent on that one. Here we go. Catcher for the Blue Jays that absolutely hated Ricky Henderson because he could not throw him out. And a left-handed hitting catcher.
Oh, and one of my favorite things.
Ernie Whitt.
Oh, sure. Toronto Blue Jays.
Correct. And this is a good-looking card because he has got some real stirrups on there.
Sweet.
And that's plus being a left-handed catcher, he's got the batting helmet with no ear flap as well.
Oh, sure.
So that's a good look. I'm going to guess that's a common, though.
I'm sure.
Yep. But if you remember, Mr. Ernie Whitt always was wearing a mustache.
Oh, yeah. Always.
You have gotten 5 cents bonus.
I think if your point was to say everybody had a mustache during these times, you, sir, have succeeded.
That's exactly. This guy next coming up has a mustache as well, but it's blonde, so it's hard to see. But I am well aware that Mr. Corey Snyder always had a mustache.
Oh, you bet. Corey Snyder, Cleveland Indians, a lot of power, a lot of strikeouts. Good defensive player with a good arm.
Yeah, I remember Corey Snyder, and I remember I grew up in Salt Lake City. He went to BYU, to Brigham Young University.
Oh, there you go.
He is the first player in NCAA history to hit 20 home runs in 3 consecutive seasons.
Oh, yeah.
But that is a common card, but you do get 1 cent for his blonde mustache.
Awesome.
Next, we've got Andy Hawkins, starting pitcher for the New York Yankees. I remember Andy.
Sure.
Not much to speak of with Mr. Hawkins here on this card. No mustache, and he is a common. So that is a rare no score at all for you.
Rare.
Here we've got a rated rookie, New York Mets pitcher, mustachioed pitcher, Julio Machado.
Julio Machado. Yeah. Baltimore?
Mets.
Okay, I was wrong.
At least he was a rookie with the Mets.
Okay.
And he is worth 2 cents. You've got a fan in the background there.
Yes, I do.
Big fan of Julio Machado.
Yeah.
So that's 3 cents there. I don't believe Julio really did much.
Yeah, not that I remember.
Now I'm interested to see. We've got no, I guess that's not a mustache. I'm going to say no on the mustache to a young Orioles prospect, starting pitcher, Ben McDonald.
Big Ben McDonald, the gator wrestling, swamp jumping legend from Louisiana. Big Ben.
Yep, we mentioned Ben and his propensity for liking to wrestle alligators a couple of episodes ago.
I loved Big Ben.
So Ben McDonald, this is a rookie card worth 20 cents.
Yeah.
That's a nice card.
That's
I like
beautiful.
Ben. All right, so that's a big score. You're racking up some
Slowly but
big
surely,
dollars
we're just
here.
putting the numbers up. We're plodding along. No sprinting, just plodding.
All right, so here, no crooked numbers, just
Yes.
single runs, except for that. That was a big one.
Right.
Jim Gantner, infielder for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Mustache?
He was a baseball player. Nope, no mustache. I remember he was around for quite a while, and he's just a common, so nothing there. You got a lot of catchers. I love these cards, though, because everybody's wearing actual stirrups. Kurt Manwaring.
Kurt, what is that man wearing?
I don't know, but I was unaware that he went to Coastal Carolina College.
Hey, Coastal Carolina, good baseball school. What is their
in
mascot?
South Carolina.
It's a cool name. It's Chauncey the Chanticleer.
And they play in Charleston, South Carolina.
Right.
As soon as you said that helped. The enunciation helped.
I believe it's Chanticleer, and it's a rooster, because they were in.
Well, why not?
They played in a tournament that we had at Safeco Field that I worked, college tournament.
Oh, that's right.
And it was the Chanticleers, I believe.
Or the Chandeliers.
It was close to that, yeah.
All right, well, that is a common, and he is not sporting a mustache. Another catcher, this one for the Minnesota Twins, Tim Laudner.
I'm trying to remember when Brian Harper came on with the Twins, because he had quite the impact on that team. But I think that was
Brian
post this period.
Brian Harper. Now that reminds me that we need to have a former guest on that had some Brian Harper stories.
Yes,
we need to hear about.
This is true.
Brian Harper, though, Tim Laudner, though, does not have a mustache, and I'm fairly confident that's a common.
I guarantee you, Brian Harper did.
Yes, Brian Harper and Gino Petralli.
Always with the mustache.
And then last but not least, pitcher for your Houston Astros, Jim. 2 silhouettes on Deshaies.
Oh, man, one of my favorite players of all time. He ended up in a rehab stint, and he came through Tacoma, and I was kind of geeking out over him, because we didn't get National League teams up here. I had never gotten to see him pitch. He's one of my favorites. Love the Astros. And he ended up being like the coolest guy. He gave me like a shirt, and he signed like 10 things for me. He was great. I love Jim Deshaies.
Well, that's good. He is not sporting a mustache, though.
No,
and it is a common.
Yes, common to everyone but me.
All right, so there's your haul. 33 cents.
33.
Not bad.
Almost 34.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at, I think, your best cards. I think the Ben McDonald would probably, it's obviously your best card. For me, it then goes Stu, then Mike Greenwell, and then Kevin Mitchell, and then the rest are. I'll give Tony Pena a nod because I like Tony Pena.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a great pack, but the mustaches definitely saved me.
No Hall of Famers, though.
No, not a one.
All right, so here comes my pack now. I'm sorry. 33 cents. And my pack, likewise, is glued to the back of the final card, so I will manhandle it, as I'm sure it's not going to pay off my mortgage. All right. So I am starting off. Oh my God, I've got a story about this guy that I cannot tell on this podcast.
Oh, nice.
MVP card, first baseman at this point for the St. Louis Cardinals, Pedro Guerrero.
Oh, the great Pedro Guerrero. Talk about a ton of power that guy could hit.
Yeah, now I was a big fan of Pedro's when he was on the Dodgers.
Yeah, me too. Love him. He had a couple of weird incidents, but he overall could hit.
There's an off-field one that I have some knowledge on that I'm not going to pass along because this is family friendly. But this card is considered a common, but he is sporting that Pedro Guerrero mustache.
Of course.
So I will give myself.
Jeff is on the board.
Oh, here we go. Our first Hall of Famer. He is sporting a red mustache.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
Manning the hot corner for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Mike Schmidt.
Michael Jackson Schmidt.
There's a Hall of Famer for sure. Yeah,
now let's see. At this point in his career, he had, Just look at that. Just all Phillies from 72 all the way to 89.
Yeah, they don't make them like that
Phillies,
anymore.
Phillies. Not a whole lot of them. This card was worth 8 cents. He is sporting a mustache, so that's 9 cents, and then an additional 5 cents for being a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
So that's a 14-cent card right there.
Oh man, that one hurt.
But that's a great looking card. He's got the Phillies home whites on with the stripes and the P with the baseball in the middle.
Yeah.
And he's wearing stirrups.
Nice.
That's a good. Oh wow, here we go. For once, you picked the wrong pack.
I did.
Next, we've got MVP pitcher for the Atlanta Braves and mustache. Oh, he's not wearing a mustache in this. He's trying to grow one, but he is a Hall of Famer, so I'll take it. Just I won't worry about the mustache. John Smoltz.
That's where I thought you were going. John Smoltz, who we've heard a lot of lately on Fox broadcasts of the postseason.
And just how much he is angry at the game. Now, this is interesting. This is an MVP card. I mentioned this set has a ton of errors. This John Smoltz MVP card, apparently there is an error where apparently they put Tom Glavine on the card instead of John Smoltz.
Oh, whoops.
That is only worth 10 cents. This corrected version is worth 50 cents.
No way. Oh.
Plus, he's a Hall of Famer, so that's 55.
Oh, man.
And you could say that he is growing a mustache, but I'm just going to stop at 55.
That's a big winner right there. That's like hitting a grand slam in the third inning.
That is. That's a walk-off in the first inning.
Yeah.
Now, this is funny because my next card is a normal Pedro Guerrero card.
Pedro is back with the mustache.
Yes, with the mustache. It is a common, but he does get 1 cent because, yes, he is still... It's that Fu Manchu, not the Fu Manchu, but, kind of the beard mustache combo, but we're going to count that.
Right.
But that's a big first baseman's glove he's got. Next, we've got right-handing starting pitcher for the Red Sox, mustachioed Dennis Lamp.
I sort of remember Dennis Lamp.
I remember Dennis Lamp. He was pretty... Well, looking at his ERAs here in the late 80s, he was, I would say, pretty good. 3.48, 2.32. He did pitch for the A's in 87, which I do not remember at all. Here we go. Next, we've got the Zinger, first baseman for the Cincinnati Reds, Todd Benzinger.
Very good ball player.
Yeah, he was. He was fairly certain he was on the 90 team still when they won the World Series. But that is a common card, and he is not wearing a mustache. Oh boy, you really picked the wrong pack.
Yeah.
Not wearing a mustache. He is a Hall of Famer. We mentioned him on the last podcast for the pine tar incident and the hemorrhoids, Mr. George.
Oh, another Hall of Famer. Wow.
So George Brett is worth 5 cents, plus he is a Hall of Famer, so that's a 10-cent card right there.
I'm getting destroyed here.
You are. Infielder for the Blue Jays, Manny Lee, sporting a mustache.
Another point for Manny Lee.
Yep, that's about all Manny's got going on. Next, we've got blonde mustachio. I'm not even going to count that. He's trying to grow a mustache. Pitcher Rich Yett for the Indians.
I remember Rich Yett cards, but I don't remember ever watching him.
Yeah, I think I remember him from just collecting baseball cards.
Exactly.
Rich is yet to grow a decent mustache that's going to get him anything.
We'll play on words.
Yeah. But that is, I'm fairly certain, yes, that is a common. Oh, now here we go. Here's a catcher with a strong mustache. And I like this guy. Catcher for the Yankees, Don Slott.
Oh, Don Slott. Yeah, man, that guy played for a long time. And if I remember right, he's a pretty good hitter.
Yeah, boy, in 88, he hit 283 for the Yankees in 97 games.
Yeah.
He's a solid backup catcher.
Yeah.
So he gets 1 cent for the mustache, but he's a common. Here we go. This one, I'm sure, if Ben McDonald was worth 50 cents, rated rookie card for the Atlanta Braves, Steve Avery.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Steve Avery. That was his rookie year, huh?
Yes, and that is a 50-cent card, just like Ben McDonald.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I am blowing you out.
Yeah, I got no shot here.
Next, we've got mustachioed pitcher for the Expos, Mark Gardner. Maybe we should just start giving a cent if they don't have a mustache.
Yeah, might be easier that way.
All right, next week, that's new
Mustache
rule.
free.
Yes, this is a Mark Gardner rookie card. I am not sure that he is going to garner much. Oh, Mark Gardner garnered 3 cents plus 1 cent for a mustache.
There you go.
All right, here we go. We've talked about this guy quite a few times. This is as a catcher, B.J. Surhoff.
Oh yeah,
for the Brewers.
Yep. Yeah, I was a big fan of B.J.
That is a common. He is not mustachioed. Pitcher for the Astros. I have never heard of this guy, Brian Meyer.
Boy, I'm not sure who that is either, to be honest with you.
Beckett is apparently not heard of him either, and he is not wearing a mustache, so he is common. Now, this guy, wearing a mustache for the Twins, and also the owner of a hit song that we have played on this show before, the Berenguer Boogie, Juan Berenguer.
Juan Berenguer. Classic. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs of all time, too.
Yeah, it is my ringtone.
Do you get bonus points for songs? If the player has a song?
Well, I don't think I need any more. He's got a mustache, so he's got one. And then we've got my final one, pitcher for the Astros, sporting a mustache, Jim Clancy.
Oh, yes, Jim Clancy. Played for the Stros for a little bit.
My goodness, how many mustaches is this?
It was a mustachio time.
Yeah, that's my first win in quite a while, and that is the highest I think I have maybe ever scored in a single pack. So with that win, we are now tied at 6 apiece.